4 years ago, I made a video to my 30-year-old self. In a week's time, I turned 30 years old. I wanted to watch back this video to just see how far I've come, see what I was saying to myself. I know how much I've grown as a person in the past 5 years, which sounds crazy that I was 25 years old 5 years ago. To watch this video back and see just how my personality was, what I was doing. I think a lot of times we forget about the old version and how far we've actually come. And I want to watch this video with you guys to just see what my life was like, what I expected for myself, and actually where I am right now. So join me as I watch a video of me 5 years ago.
25 yesterday. Right, this is the last time I'm doing this video. However it comes out is however it comes out.
My face was so small.
Basically, I wanted to make this video as I turned 25 yesterday, and I wanted to reflect on the years gone by and also to my 30-year-old self a little letter. So I'm going to start by reflecting on the past.
You know what? Shout out to me firstly for even just thinking of this idea of like, oh, let's do something that I can look back on. The creativity has always been there.
4 or 5 years that have gone by. And it's just a little message for me to look back, and it could help and support you guys in some type of way. So
originally I had this video unlisted and people could watch it. But I think after a couple of days, I was like, this needs to be something that's more personal to me. And I don't want to watch this video for the next 5 years. So if I unlist it, make sure that other people can't see it and that I can't see it, it will be more sentimental. So also shouts for me for thinking of doing that.
Let's go, guys. Dear Belinda, you're 25 today, aka yesterday. I know how much you love birthdays, and even though you can't spend it in a hot country like you wished, I wanted to write this letter to reflect on your 20s. So
couldn't spend it in a hot country because it was COVID. It was 2021. So we went back into lockdown. So that's why I couldn't spend it in a hot country.
And a message to yourself in 5 years. Dear 21-year-old me, you really had fun this year, and this year was a complete movie for you. You started by taking your first ever trip to Dubai, and you also graduated uni as a computer scientist, even though you hated your degree. This year, you earned a lot and saved a lot. You taught me that I should live life to the fullest. If I could tell you one thing, it would be, do not work 2 full-time jobs, especially when the people are unappreciative of your time and your talent and your value.
No, guys, when I tell you, my work rate was like no other. I used to go to university full time. I used to have a day job. I used to have a night job. I didn't sleep. Like, that was my life for years. And now, as someone who's turning 30, I don't know how I did it. Give me back the energy of my 21-year-old self or 25-year-old self. But I used to like work so hard. I've always been a hard worker.
I would tell you that you should have dropped out of uni and focused on helping start-up businesses and focused on myself.
I genuinely do wish that I didn't go to university. I felt a bit of a pressure to go to uni, being the only one in my family to have gone. I was never really academic, so it was never really my forte. And I'm glad when I was at university, I didn't focus solely on my degree. I focused on building skills that would help me outside of the degree and jobs. And I believe it's paid off because I believe I left university with a lot more skills than maybe people who just focused on the degree for them 3 years. So, you know, we're all very different, and some people are very academic or you need a degree for your specific job. But I didn't go because I loved academia. I didn't go because I wanted to go. I just went because I didn't really know what to do with my life at that point. So I still second that 25-year-old Belinda.
Dear 22-year-old me, you took a leap of faith and started your first business and your journey of entrepreneurship. This was the best decision you made, and I admire your openness to trying new things and forcing yourself out of your comfort zone. I will tell you that it's okay to ask people for help, and that it doesn't make you seem less knowledgeable by asking.
That's still something I struggle with, like asking for help. It's something that, as of recent, I think I'm learning more so to be like, yeah, like, can you help me in this particular thing or that particular thing? And it's only to particular people, like, so still something I'm learning. Starting my first business at 22 was so enlightening, so amazing. Shout out to my girl Kath, where we started like a shisha business, and it was something that wasn't conventional for two young girls to do, for two young girls to start, but generally was one of the best things that we decided to do for just our personal development. So yeah.
Dear 23-year-old me, this was your year of dresses and heels everywhere. And I don't know how you did it, because I could never.
Literally.
You partnered with so many clubs, venues, brunches within Birmingham and London to provide shisha, and I'm super proud of you. This year wasn't your strongest financial year, but you really taught me that happiness and fulfillment is through what you enjoy doing. And as long as you cover your outgoings, then keep building, learning and growing. Aww. You also went to Miami, which was
Miami,
your favourite holiday to date.
Oh gosh.
Dear 24-year-old me.
So when I was 23, I very much became a solopreneur. Like, I was the only person that was managing the shisha business, and I was able to just take it to like another level in terms of like just the connections and network, and just working like across London, Birmingham. We were like doing every single brunch event like that needed shisha, we were there. So no, generally, like, I worked so hard that year.
You had so much planned for this year, but a pandemic came along, and guess what? You didn't let that stop you. You started vlogging, holding online workshops, being on people's podcasts and TEDx Lives. This year, your confidence was on a different level, and I think this year is when you truly started to find yourself and understand your purpose.
So when I was 24, that's when we started the first ever BK event. It was a purpose planning called Vision 2020, and I did that in January of 2020, and then obviously the pandemic came along. But then I started doing online workshops where people would stay on there for hours just talking and connecting. I sat on like numerous different podcasts, like online ones. So I didn't let the pandemic stop me. I saw it as an opportunity to really just, okay, now it's time to reposition yourself. So the end of 2019 is when I stopped doing the shisha business. I felt it no longer aligned with me and who I was and what I did. And I really just wanted to position and change my personal brand. So 2020 was a year where I really transitioned into just a different version of myself. So when I say that literally like you had a different type of confidence that year, it was because I was like, right, I'm ready for what is to come next.
Now I'm 25, and that seems really crazy to me. I'm grateful to have made it this far in life and for everything I've experienced, learned and done. For the rest of my 20s, I want to say, Belinda, stick to your goals. Don't take on jobs just for the money and that don't fulfill you. There's so many opportunities out there for you, and you're capable of doing absolutely anything. Travel more, experience more.
I definitely travelled more in my latter 20s. My first experience of solo travelling, and now I've done, I think, 5, 6 or 7 holidays, which have been solo. But I feel like I need this message, like now as a 30-year-old, I think, to just really believe myself. And I really transitioned into mentoring a lot during my latter 20s. So from like just becoming a mentor to a senior mentor to designing female programs for young girls to becoming a mentoring manager and managing mentors. to designing programs, brochures, booklets, like generally, like I've done a lot of mentoring, and I think I've taken on only like roles that fulfilled me to an extent. And I said I would only do another like full-time role if it was in a management position. And I stuck to my guns and I did that. So I'm listening to you, 25-year-old Belinda. I'm listening.
And meet new people. Don't be scared to ask for help. I know you're stubborn and you want to do everything by yourself. But girl. I know you have so much to give in the world. Just keep sharing, making great connections, and showing yourself what you are capable of, and doing what makes you happy. To my 30-year-old self, Belinda, are you traveling? You always talk about wanting to travel the world. So I hope by now you are traveling and you visited so many hot countries.
Oh gosh, yeah, we have.
You better be working solely for yourself and not in a minimum paid job.
Belinda, why are you so cheeky? Oh my gosh. So yeah, currently I am self-employed. I've been self-employed since September. We've transitioned back into self-employment. So tick, 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 tick.
Belinda, you have so much value to give the world. And I hope by the time you're 30, you look at this and you're doing the things you want to do and living the life you want to. Are you speaking at events worldwide? You love to chat.
Oh.
You've loved to chat since you was a little girl. And even though you was told that was your weakness, you just talk too much, now people like you because you talk too much. So I hope you're getting paid to talk now, because you better.
Baby girl, yes, we are officially an multi-award winning national speaker, and soon to be international. So definitely we're getting paid to speak on stages, deliver workshops for massive corporations. Yeah, girl, we're doing that.
Are you finally dating anyone?
Oh.
I know you're all about work.
Okay, girl.
But you're human, you know? Like, start dating, start meeting new people. Like, it's okay, Belinda. Like, this is what it is. But this is a letter to you.
So, firstly, why am I so cheeky? Like, generally, she was cheeky. Oh my gosh. But the 25-year-old self, my 25-year-old self, did not know that I would become a woman of God. And I think dating now is so much more intentional. It's so much more, I just don't want to date to date. And if the 25-year-old self knew that, girl, you would be looking for a complete different thing when it came to men. Like, wow. So it shows how much you can change, because I would have never thought I would be sitting here as a woman of God. Why?
A letter to you, Belinda, to remind you how amazing you are and that you are purpose. You have so much to give to yourself and others, and I want you to know that there is no reason in this world you can't have everything you want. Take care of yourself first and then conquer the world. This is the video. Belinda, you're crazy. Like, I can't wait to see what life brings you and what you're doing and who you become, because you have grown so much in the past 5 years, and I'm excited for the journey for you because I know you have so much to give, and I really just hope you're living the life and have everything you wanted, because really you deserve it. You deserve it all. And like I said, I don't care how I look at this video, as long as I get it out,
Yeah.
as long as it's created, that is all that's important. But Belinda, your life's a movie, man. Like, just show the world what you're capable of, and show yourself, and take care of yourself. But yes, this has been my letter. I turned 25 yesterday. I had an amazing day. Today, I sit here with you guys talking, and I'm excited for everything that's to come. So here it goes. Here goes the rest of my life. Here goes the next 5 years until I turn 30.
Guys, that was generally so just emotional and heartwarming to watch, just to know how far I've come as a person, as an individual, just from, you know, the 20, hearing how I was as a 20-year-old to as a 25-year-old, and just hearing myself 5 years ago speak to myself now was amazing. And I just really want to reflect on basically the past 5 years now as I walk into my 30s. I watched that video and I'm recording it. I'm sitting in my living room, I'm recording it, and I'm just like, wow, look at where I am right now. I'm sat in my own podcast studio based on Broad Street, and that is God. Like, that is only God. So after I recorded that video, little did I know that there was so much more to come. So the rest of my 25th year, I was able to put on 2 networking parties. The personal branding one where we had True Powell and we had Jazz come all the way from Manchester, who is an amazing TikToker, come and speak. And then we did the content creation one where we had a massive studio and people were able to get content for their brands. And we had DJ Day Day come and speak, who is a One Extra presenter, absolutely amazing individual. So shout out to our speakers. I moved into our first office, which was a quarter of the space that I'm in right now. And I was just so excited just to have my own space. Like, oh my gosh, I get to leave the house and just go to my office. And I became a finalist for my first ever award, which was Networker of the Year. I didn't win, but I was so excited. I invited my friends. I was like, come on, everybody, let's all go, let's all go. And what an evening it was, just to be involved in an award and to be a finalist. And little did I know, a couple years later, I had a birthday photo shoot, which was a lot of fun. And I look back and I was really self-conscious in that photo shoot. And I just look back and I just want to shake that version of Belinda and be like, you are amazing. Like, stop worrying. We then go to 2022, where I mentioned in my video, I wanted to travel more. And I went on my first solo holiday, which was amazing. 6 days in the Canary Islands, just enjoying myself, just living my life, going out to eat every single night, just driving around in my car. Oh gosh. I then also started mentoring full-time, which was so much fun, working in 13 different schools, delivering 26 different sessions a week. Was so much fun. I also started at a charity, kind of helping them develop all their mentoring stuff for their girls programs, including targeting schools, including developing all their presentations, all their workshops, training all their mentors. Like, it was very much a transition from being just a mentor who goes out there and delivers someone else's content to actually now doing it myself. I also faced my fears and climbed the O2. Wow, that was really exciting. It was really something that was outside my comfort zone, but really, really fun. We then go to 2023, where I spoke at Canon. It was my first really big just corporate brand that I got to speak with, and it was all about motivation and helping to motivate their sports photographers, which was really exciting. I went to Lanzarote, I went to Morocco, I went to Turkey. I also started in my mentoring manager role in Unity. I did 2 events that year, one with Virgin Money, one with Metro Bank. That's where Entrepreneur Talks came to life. In 2024, we had a Metro Bank IWD event. I hosted the IWD Expo, so the largest expo, female IWD Expo in the whole world. A red carpet host for an awards. That's where my red carpet, things started falling into place. And I did talks at Aston Uni, I did talks in Bournemouth, I did talks in just mental health workshops in schools. I was invited to go to a box at a football club, which was really, really fun. I did a talk at the University of Wolverhampton. I went to Mallorca. And then we go to 2025, where I put on 3 Entrepreneur Talks events, a Christian Creators event. I got to present for Elf Cosmetics. I employed our first member of staff at BK Networks. I went on 3 holidays. I interviewed Amazon, the Lord Mayor. I did 2 BBC interviews and a New Style Radio interview. I worked with University of Cambridge, Lincolnshire, Elf Cosmetics, car brands. Wow, guys, did talks for BCU, Ernest Young, Great Chambers of Commerce. I did presenting, I did things in London, Birmingham, Nottingham. I also won 2 awards, Networker of the Year and Young Achiever of 2025. So the past 5 years have been incredible. I've really pushed myself outside my comfort zone, done the things that I wanted to do, traveled the world, focused on me, built my personal brand, worked in roles where I could build myself and my skills. But most of all, just done things that are enjoyable, that are fun, that make me and that make other people happy. And I'm really excited for the next 5 years and what God's going to do in my life, what God's going to do in my business, how I will grow as a person. I can already see the growth from a year ago, from 5 years ago, and now to be closing the chapter of my 20s is both really exciting and also a bit scary. But I'm excited for what's to come in my life, or where I'm going to be in the next year of my life, but also to look back on this video at the end of my 30s and see where I am then. I think we have to always be grateful for how far we've come in our lives, in our journeys, in the things that we do, because we always think about where we want to be and where we want to go, but actually look at how far you've come. So, dear 35-year-old Belinda, I'm excited for where you will be and what you will be doing. And I pray that you get everything that you want and more. I pray that you are living the life that fulfills you by doing what makes other people feel great about themselves. So let's see where you are. Babes, you better be everything the way you are right now. 10x it. 10x it, because there is no such thing as fear. Anything that you want in this life, you will have and you can get. So I'll see you again, Belinda. Maybe we'll watch this back in 5 years and do another reflection video, but we're excited. Bye.